hub, the home of your case, don't click on review. You don't need that right now. So this is where you get to when you click on update case. And if I take you into one of my existing cases, which I will later, you'll see all the hearing dates. If there's Zoom links or if it's in person, you'll see the information, and you'll have the court file number, etc. This doesn't look very fancy because it's just the training case, but this is the home base. So that's what you need to know. The home base is called Case Home. So the first thing that I really want to show you is how do you upload a document? Because it's one of those things that like you're kind of going into case lines to do that. So the rule is, which I know that you all know, you may not upload documents onto case lines unless you have served and filed them. And they have to be accepted. Here's the thing, different courts work at different paces. So if you're waiting for Brampton, for example, to accept your document on the portal, you may be like waiting too long. So sometimes I do a bit of a cheat. I'm not endorsing, but I'm just sharing my experience. And if I've submitted the documents after they've been served to the portal and they haven't been rejected, and I'm getting to kind of 2-3 days before the hearing, I go ahead and upload to case lines, because my theory is a judge is going to want to see those documents. They're not likely to get rejected, although who knows? So it's all cool. I've been told by judges, because I've done some of these for judges as well, and certainly had a lot of feedback from them, that they really appreciate you uploading to case lines at least a day before. There's an upload button. I'm going to go to the old way because they just added upload. I'm going to go to sections because that's what's in my tip sheet, and it'll just be easier for you if I follow my tip sheet stuff. So very unintuitively, right? Like upload is because I think so many of us screamed about like, hello, like how do you upload? It's not obvious, but unintuitively, it's actually in sections. So if you click on sections from your home here, you're going to get a couple of different options. So the one thing to know about case lines is don't let it be bossy with you. You can be bossy right back. So if you're in the motion bundle, but you don't really want to be in the motion bundle, just click on select bundle and choose case conference, because maybe that's where you want to be. And if you're in the case conference bundle by default and you want to be in a motion bundle, go back to the motion bundle. And you can do the same with trial. There may be several bundles for different case conferences, settlement conferences, motions. It depends on what the court staff create. And what is a bundle? So that's another thing that is not intuitive, right? A bundle, and I tell, because some of you may have younger kids or grandkids, think of Peppa Pig. So case lines was created in the UK. And so the Peppa Pig language is bundle, but it's actually event. So think of the event that you are uploading materials for. Is it the motion? Is it the conference? Is it the trial? So bundle equals event. So I want to upload motion documents for the motion. So I know I'm in the right bundle here. And then I just want to look down and decide who I am. Am I the children's lawyer? Am I a third party? Am I a applicant? Am I a respondent? And I noticed in my setup for the domestic matter that I had for 47 Shepherd, there's a respondent 1 and a respondent 2. So that's something different that you may have as well. So in this case, I'm going to be the applicant. So I'm going to, this actually is intuitive at this point. I'm going to click on upload files. And there's 2 ways to upload files. There's those of you that are PC people and those of you that are Apple people. The Apple people love a good click and drag, right? Like you guys don't like uploading in a traditional way. You love clicking and dragging. So if I want to upload an affidavit, let's say I want to upload a financial statement. I'm going to click it from my desktop. You won't see this, but just understand that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to dump it into select files. So there we go. There's my financial statement for Beyonce. That's an Apple person. The PC people love adding files. So if you click on add files right here, it's going to take you to my very busy desktop, which I'm sure you're all seeing, which you probably shouldn't. I'm going to go into case lines and I'm going to upload, what am I going to do? I could do a 35-1 affidavit. Okay, so I'm going to click open. And there you go. So there's 2 ways of doing it. You can add files by clicking right here, or you can add files by clicking and dragging. You can do that from a folder on your system, from your desktop, wherever. If you have a fancy document management system, it doesn't understand that. So you have to put a folder on your desktop or put the document on your desktop. So there you're feeling pretty proud of yourself because already, woohoo, you've clicked on the files and you put them in here and you're thinking, great, I can go away. Don't do that. There's the smallest little button in the world just to irritate everybody, and it's called Start Upload. You have to click that. And what it does is check for viruses and start the upload. And it takes forever. And this is one of the things they're going to change with the new case center. It's going to be a lot quicker. but it really is like the most irritating of smallest buttons. So you're just gonna have to remember, after I add my files, I wanna start my upload. We'll wait for it to finish. Honestly, I'm not the right one for a patient waiting for finish, but I happen to know it's gonna happen. We just need to be patient with it. And then I'm gonna talk to you about a couple other ways to organize uploading files, but I thought this was the easiest way to do it first. So after this virus check finishes, like it's really not for the impatient among us, is it? I'm going to show you 2 ways of checking to make sure you've done it right. Oh my God, right? Like, can you even? There we go. So they're both 100%, we're good. There's 2 ways of checking. You can update all documents, or you can actually go back to another menu. Let's do update all documents because it's right below, and just check to see what's going on. So it's going to flip us to a new tab, and it's going to tell us, okay, here's what's here in the applicant's documents. And you can see that I've played with this. But if you go to the very, very bottom, you will see the financial statement and the 35-1 that we just uploaded. So they're sitting there at the bottom, and I'm going to show you a trick about that afterwards, but they are there, thank goodness. We have the option to remove them. If you are like me, you will always upload to the wrong bundle, and then you'll be like, oh, or you'll upload to the respondents bundle instead of the applicants bundle. Don't even worry about it. You can move them, but you can also remove them, so it's not the end of the world. So I'm going to show you the second way of checking to make sure your documents are up there, and then we're going to play a little bit. So remember, our case home is where we always go when we want to just start fresh. We went into sections to upload, and I want to go to my index to make sure my documents are there. So if I click on index, that's kind of obvious, right? Index, I'm in the right bundle, I'm in the motions bundle. And if I scroll down, ta-da, I see my financial statement and my 35-1. So I'm feeling fairly positive about this. And now I want to go mess around a little bit. So actually, let me take you back to the upload documents. So I'm going to go back to sections, and I'm going to upload a file, this time the respondents documents. So I'm going to click on upload file. There we go. And it assumes that lawyers are kind of done, which is fair. And we may not realize where we are. So it again shows you that you're in the motion bundle. But again, if you're in the wrong place, you can choose. Anytime you see it gray, you can kind of fool around with this. Motion's good. And it's saying respondents documents, but you could pick applicants documents if you were in the wrong place. The other thing I want to show you, I'll do that afterwards actually. So let me just dump something in the, let me dump something in the respondents documents, just a second. Let's see, there we go. I'm going to dump something in there. So I dumped something in. I'm an Apple person, so I clicked and dragged. And then I'm going to start upload. It's going to take forever. You're just going to have a deep breath. And then when it's done, we're going to go and update all documents. Just give it a second. Sometimes it gets super ragey and I stop it and I reload up here. That's not appropriate. That's just me acting out. You're just going to have to take a deep breath. It'll happen. But it's like when you're least wanting it to take forever, that it takes forever. So now I'm going to click on all documents, update all documents, because now I want to play around a little bit. This is the section which I call be the boss of case lines. So we're in the respondents documents, okay? Let's say I wanted my notice of motion. So I've got my draft proposed order here, but I want my notice of motion to be after the draft proposed order. I don't want it after the factum. And then I want to flip around a few other things. So I'm going to make the factum number, how many have I got in here for now? Let me make the factum number 9 for now. You can just click here and make this number 9. And in a second, I'll show you how it moves around. So my notice of motion, so my draft proposed order, if you look up at the top here, it says 0000. Why does it say that? Because I did that last time I was playing on a training and I made it 0000. If you make a document 0000 as the document number, it bumps it always to the top of the list. And my theory is that judges kind of want to know what order you want. So put the draft proposed order as the first document. And so you could have made a document number 1, but I just make it 000, so it goes to the top. So I've got my notice of motion as number 1. I've got an affidavit from someone as number 2, another affidavit is number 3. I've got another affidavit here, I'm going to call number 4. I don't actually want Exhibit A, so I'm going to remove Exhibit A. It's going to say, are you sure? I'm going to say, I'm totally sure. Don't worry about me. And then I'm going to have my factum. Well, let's see, I've got another affidavit. So I'm going to have this as number 5. And then my factum's going to be number 6. You got to